Okay, so I want to show my channel whoever actually follows me because I don't believe every person that watches my stuff, if they do, if God leads them to, or if they don't. I don't even know. I'm posting for myself. Maybe my mother can watch it. I don't care who watches it. Maybe my brother can watch it. Maybe my cousin can watch it. Who knows if they stalk me? I don't give a shit. I am posting it. I'm just fucking posting it. My enemy can watch it. Sorry to curse. I want to post it. I just want to post it. I want to post it. I have no interest in Samuel. Like, sorry, dude. But uh, I don't know if you want to watch, but it's kind of weird because we don't talk to each other. But never mind that. But I just want to show you guys, like, when I say I'm psychic, when I'm channeling, like, I'm not making this shit up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not making this shit up. And I want to show you. The other day, I channeled for like 3 hours for some lady, and I always be channeling. I actually channeled that same day. I did 3 hours for myself for cleaning in the house, which is really strange and weird, but it gave me like different ideas how to clean, and it was just a random channeling. I was just talking to my guides, I guess, right? Okay, so here is TikTok, right? This is the For You page, whatever. This is on the page. So I go to my inbox, right? This is me. Okay. Okay, so let's just keep going down. Yeah, so this was like the other day. Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way to the top. Okay, I'm gonna go to the top of this. Hold on, give me a second. It's a lot of messages. Okay, so this lady, she had a video about how her mom's abusive. I don't know which video I saw, but it was on my For You page. Like, my mom's she's just like an ass or whatever. Like, I think it was this video or whatever. She said something like her mom, I think it was this video. Yeah. Oh shoot, I got my Bluetooth in. I gotta take the Bluetooth out. Hold on. See the Bluetooth. Let me take it out. Hold on. So you could hear. So I related to what she said, right? Yeah, it was like 3 days ago. I saw this video, and then I had message.
She's the reason that I got into nursing school. For whatever reason, she was totally against me going to nursing school. She actually begged me to do anything else but nursing, and I
No, this was not the video. It was a different video about her mom, I think. It was some video about her mom.
I think by American
Was it this video? I saw something about her saying something about her mom, and it could be this video.
My mom says that she's the reason.
Or was it this video?
I know that my story.
No. Wait, hold on.
Let me tell you about when I.
Yeah, it's this one.
That she's the reason that I got into nursing school. For whatever reason, she was totally against me going to nursing school. She actually begged me to do anything else but nursing, and I never understood why. But I kept changing my major multiple times because I just didn't like what I was learning, and so I ended up settling with nursing. When she called to tell me that I got accepted, she told me that the reason why I got into nursing school was because of her prayers and not because I was smart. So some time passes, and she calls to tell me that her graduation date is next month. And I'm confused. I'm like, graduating? Where are you graduating from? And she said, oh, I'm graduating with my bachelor's in nursing. She was working many years as an RN with her associates. At the time, I was dating my ex-husband, and I told him that my mom was graduating with her bachelor's, and he just looks at me and starts laughing. Your mom is getting a bachelor's in nursing before you? That's embarrassing. After my graduation, my mom came up to me and said, my GPA was a 3.9. What was yours? I didn't respond, and she says, I know it was way lower because they didn't even ask you to stand during the cum laude and summa cum laude. My mom started laughing, and so did my ex.
Okay, so I think I messaged her 3 days ago, and then she made this video. I think it was my mom part 2. Sorry, because that's part 3. Where's the part 2? I think it was a different video. It was a different video about her mom. Where is? Hold on. I don't know where she put the 2 and 1, but it was some video and whatever. It was on my thing, and I don't know what guides me, but this happens to me. Like sometimes I'll channel for people when they're hurting, specifically women. I don't really like go up to men and like, if they're willing, I guess, right? And yeah, Sunday. What day is it today? Hold on. There's so much stuff on my phone. Okay. All right. So today is Friday, right? I had messaged her on Sunday. And this was early in the morning when I was on TikTok when I woke up. My mom is the same way. I'm Pakistani. And then she messaged back. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you still talk to her? And I said, yeah, I don't like her though. Which is kind of true because my mom called me the B word like for 12 years. And then when my brother hit me like 30 times back in 2017, I have complex feelings for my mom. She told me that like I deserved it. And then Mother's Day, I always feel complex. I always give her gifts. I'm always her best friend, but yeah, I don't like her though. And then all of a sudden I said, do you have 2 little sisters? No, only God brother. I think she made a typo. Only one brother? Does she have 2 sisters? I was asking about her mom. Because I said my mom's the same way. Do you have 2 little sisters? No, she only has a brother. Only one brother. Does she, implying her mom, she's one of 11. She has 4 sisters and 6 brothers. And then I said, is she the second daughter? Because like I was sensing second, right? I was guessing that, kind of sensing it too. Which daughter is she? I want to channel it real fast. The first, second, third, or fourth? And then I said, me is same story. 1 brother. My mom is 6 sisters, 4 brothers. Which is like, it's like opposite. Hers is, there's more sisters and here is more brothers. And I also have 1 brother, right? My problem is she is narcissist. I am black sheep. This is what I said. Desi mothers, meaning Indian, Pakistani mothers, make the son like the husband. Like the son becomes their husband, right? They treat the son like that's her husband, right? That's how these mothers are. And then I said, I think your mom is third. I don't know. So I don't know why you're so scared to tell me your mom kept getting compared to the other sister. I sensed it, right? When she was younger. This happened to her. So she's repeating the cycle. And then she says she's the 4th daughter. Because she said there were 4 sisters. She's the 4th. And you know how I said, I think your mom is the 3rd. I don't know. She said she's the fourth. So you see how I kind of channeled it like towards the end, the last. So there was 3 sisters and the fourth. Okay, was it accurate? Do you know family history about her? And then she says, nope, she never talked about her childhood. If I brought it up, she would yell or ignore me. And then I said, she really stresses you out, because I sensed it. I saw it in my mind. Like I saw her like spazzing out, right? Because that's how I channel. I see stuff in my mind, right? And then she's like, but she has a good relationship with her sisters, I think. Even though she doesn't even know that, right? She said she brought it up in childhood. She would yell or ignore. And then she just said, I think they did. And then I said, do you have a boyfriend who wears a pug? Pug is like a turban, right? She said, what's that? I replied to, she has a good relationship, I think. I said, it's always for show with these elders. I'm 32 and just found out new shit. Yeah, I just found out some stuff about my mom's younger sister. She just told me. And then she said, what's that? And I told her it's the turban. Does your boyfriend wear a turban? She said, no turban. And then I said, is he Indian? Mustache? Because I sensed a mustache. Does he make chai for you? Does he make you chai? I see a man stirring the tea. Are you born 95? I feel like you live in white state. Anyways, your family environment is good. I was channeling all this stuff. I don't know if you have dogs. Your boyfriend, it's good vibes. I don't sense bad thing. And then I got channeled some more. I said, your brother, I don't know if I'm right. If I'm right, if he wears glasses. His hair very silky straight, nice black, and he's lighter than you. He's nice, and you both get along. I don't know if you guys celebrate holidays. I feel you do. I think I sensed a brown puppy dog. I sensed 2 dogs. Your mom wears sari and bangles. I sense she's olive complexion. She's real proper lady. Her grandma used to watch everyone with a stick. I see that too. I think your grandma had Dadi means grandma, right? Circular glasses. She's short. Your mom's short too. Everyone medium short in your family. I keep getting something about Vermont. And some city in India starts with M. I don't know if I should tell you this. I think 2 people in some family or relative does black magic. Maybe I'm supposed to tell you this info. So I channeled all this, right? And then she's like, are you an astrologer? And I said, no. And she said, he has a beard. Is he light skinned? She gave me a thumbs up. So I channeled him, right? Did you have a question about him? Wait, are you psychic? And I said, yeah, of course. Ask me, I will channel. And she said, he makes me coffee sometimes. Because I channeled that. Yeah, I saw him stirring the spoon. And then she said, yeah, my brother wears glasses, but he's bald and darker than me. Does someone wear glasses? I said that. I'm the blue, right? I said that. You're right about 2 dogs and a puppy dog. And then I said, your daddy wears glasses? Because I was channeling that, right? Only reading glasses. They're black, framed round. She gave me a like. I sensed her. City in India, Mavelikara, which is where my mom's from. Oh yeah, I couldn't pick up the name. Are you in late 20s? She said, I'm 40. I said, yeah, I don't know who's the people in your family doing magic. I sense that's creepier. Could be your relative in India. Wait, do you have kids? She said 3. And then she said, I believe this. They could be in the States. Are they doing magic against me? And then I said, damn, that's crazy. I saw you hella stressed from your mom. Yeah, when I channeled her mom stress her out. Even still at 40, she's so harsh. I was just like surprised at her mom because the other video she said her mom was so cruel, like making fun of her, like she doesn't make money and just puts her down for no fucking reason. Just a terrible woman, right? And then I channeled, is someone named Angeli? My cousin is married to Angel. Oh, snap, Mexican? So I thought the name was Angel, like a male, Mexican, you know, Angel could be a Mexican male. She said, no, she's Indian. No, the man. Which man? Oh, sorry, I thought his name was Angel, you know, because I thought it was a Mexican. No, the girl's name is Angel. They are both Indian. And then I heard 3rd generation out of nowhere. So I said, 3rd generation. I don't know why I got that. She said, yes. Brahmin? No, we're Christian. And I said, that's why I keep sensing a Christmas tree. Because I kept channeling a tree too, like the holidays and stuff. I think I said something about the holidays up there. Yeah. And then, so maybe it's Hindu who is doing it on you. Did you travel when you were 15? I don't think so. Not that I can remember. I got something about going to the snow. Yeah, I like kept seeing snow in my mind. Like she's going to the snow with and everything, right? And then I said, how old is your kids? She said 12, 10, 8. Can you tell me if I ever get full custody of? And then I said, I think it's your aunt. I don't know why I feel it's an aunt doing it. Did your ex used to choke you? And then she said, not my ex-husband, but I had an ex choke me. And then I said, because I saw it in my mind, right? My God, I just sensed he had you to the wall. It's so much darkness. Yeah, because I saw it like really dark, right? And then she said, yeah, he did it in the dark. And then I said, 10 to 19 months, something will occur. Yes, it was dark, I sensed. You like the snow? I think it's therapeutic for you. And then she said, not really. And then I said, up north? Maybe the person doing is from up north. You know, because north is snow, right? And she said, oh, I think I know who you're talking about. And then I said, is it the auntie, LOL? She said, my cousin, she lives in Chicago and she's married to a Hindu. And then I said, I give her a like because that was on point, right? And then she said, hey, this is what I said. Hey, you have to read Bible over this. Only prayer can break these things. And then I said, Chicago snows too. Is she darker than you? And then she says lighter. And then I said, you know, because this one's darker, right? So I guess like it's a complex, like the cousin is lighter and she's jealous or whatever. I noticed that when she said lighter. So I said, did you ever feel jealousy from her side? And she said, always. And I said, wow, if that's not confirmation, LOL. And then she said her sister too. You remember how I said 2 people are doing magic in your family? So, see, I said 2 people. Wow, I don't know if it's legit magic or evil eye, but you have to pray over your family and protect it. And then she said, those were the 2 I thought of. And then I said, are you Virgo or Aquarius or Scorpio or Taurus? She said, Aquarius. And then I said, what's your cousin's signs? And they said, Aquarius, Gemini. And then I said, Gemini is Kamini. Kamini means bitch in our language, right? So I said, Gemini is Kamini. I don't know why I heard that. And she said, what is Kamini? I said, B word, LOL. Maybe she doesn't know Hindi. I don't know. And then I said, do you have 2 sons, 1 daughter? Yes. Like I just fucking channeled all this, right? Do you have 2 sons, 1 daughter? And then I saw in my mind, the sons are closer and daughters sometimes feel left out. And she said, this is very accurate for the B word. Okay. Daughter eldest. And then what I said about the sons being closer and her daughter feeling left out, she said yes. And then she said that the daughter is middle. And then I said, because I saw all this, I channel it, right? I see it in my mind, right? She feels she's the oldest and had the most responsibilities. I think this one is sensitive. Is she Pisces? A Pisces? Your daughter comes up to you and hugs you. Like I saw that in my mind, right? She said Libra. And then I said, I keep getting some Pisces. I don't know why. I didn't mention it. Keeps coming up. Then she says, what about Pisces? And then I said, warped person. Very delusional situation. Who is that? Is that a boss, a coworker? And she said, only Pisces I know is my brother. And then I said, is your brother stressed from work? She said, I don't talk to him. And then I said, does he overdrink? Because I was, in my mind, I was seeing him at the bar. Like I was channeling her dark brother who doesn't have hair. Like she said, he's bald, right? I channeled him at the bar, right? And then I said, oh, so before as little kids you used to get along? And she said, I don't think he drinks at all. He's pretty religious. And then I said, did your dad drink? Yeah, because I got very good energy from your brother. Super nice. He's like a flower, lol. There's some man, something is wrong with him. IDK, if it's your mother, if it's your mom's brother or what? And then I told her, your ancestors really love you. For them to use me to channel this for you, they're sick of the person doing black magic on your life. This person is causing you depression, stress for no reason. And then I said, is your brother close to you? Because like I sensed some weird feelings from her brother towards her. And then she was like, who is it? Like, because you really want to know who's doing the magic, right? I gave her hints about the cousin and stuff, and the auntie, but, she would have to pray to really figure it out. And then I asked her about the brother thing, and she said, no, I don't talk to him at all. And then, because I channeled this, I was like, was he obsessed with you? And then she said, I don't think so. He was very quiet. And then I asked, he never showed you extra love? Does your brother have a girlfriend who's crazy? Is she white? And she said, yes, she's white. Define crazy. I don't talk to her either. I think she's very mean. And then I said, like backstab energy. Yes, she's mean. I saw her teeth. Yeah, I saw I saw the brother's girlfriend was like a bitch in my mind. Like I saw that. She like had something against her. Yeah, I heard she has 2 friends. I think she's jealous of you. Yeah, because she had 2 friends. She was like talking shit about her. That's what I saw. And then, I think she has 2 friends. I think she's jealous of you. Jealous, like you can't talk to your brother. She said, And then I was like possessive or something. And she said, I don't get that vibe. And then I said, I don't know if your brother thinks he owns you. And then she said, definitely not. And I said, I don't know, your brother has hidden emotions towards you. Something is weird with your brother and the girlfriend. And she said, he probably hates me. And then I said, your mom talked to you more than him growing up? She said, I can't remember. She probably did talk to me more, but everything that came out was bad. And then I said, is someone Virgo? I feel like, did you erase half your memory from childhood? She said, yes. Why? For the Virgo? And then I said, who is it? Who is that? And she said, mother. And then I said, oh man, I heard Virgo is bad person. That's why. And then I said, my mom is Virgo too. And then I said, did you erase your memory? Because in my mind, I saw her like she's like tapped out because of all the shit that happened to her. Did you erase your memory? Your childhood was toxic? She said some parts. And I told her, don't feel ashamed of it. You're a gifted person. Because like I said, she has gifts. And then she said, this is what I said. This is what I channeled. I hate to say this. What if your mom is, because who knows if the mom is doing the magic, right? But next thing I said, you know what? How I kept channeling a light-skinned brother? I think I was channeling your boyfriend. Is he the one with straight hair? I channel your brother drinking at the bar. Is your brother 45 or 43? I'm channeling your dad crying a lot and taking his mom's body, and when she passes, I'm channeling, sorry, let me reread that so you understand. I'm channeling your dad crying a lot and taking his mom's body when she passes. I don't know if your dad has mustache, but he feels like there's nothing to live for. I channeled the names Layla and Vicky and Sharon. Something happened to you at 26 or late 20s, because I said 20s earlier. I sense you have a lot of built up trauma and need therapy too. I think you need to surrender to God, let it all go. That's the advice. If you need to see the person who did black magic, God will show you, or you will find out. That's what I told her. Of course, God will. If I can channel all this, God will show who did the magic. Okay. So when I said, I hate to say this, what if your mom is? She said, my mom is what? And then she said, she confirmed in her 20s, yes, my marriage was horrible. And then I said, me too, LOL. Because I've been married twice, but whatever. And you know me, I always wanted to be a nurse. And this lady said she wanted to go to nursing school. So it's weird how I'm like, you see how the universe does shit? I studied for medical assistant and stuff. I have credits, but whatever. Let me get back to this. So when I said all this about the dad crying and nothing to live for, taking the mom's body, this is what she said. This could be my ex-husband's dad. This is exactly what he did. And then, what if the ex is the one doing spells, even though you broke up long time ago? And then I was trying to tell her about this famous actor in Bollywood, how they did spells on him. I have some posts on my channel for him. If you just go to the posts on my channel, this channel, Sabah Frida, just go click on the post. You'll see the pictures. Like all of Bollywood. Bollywood is Indian cinema, right? It's like Hollywood, but they call it Bollywood for India, right? Sushant Singh Rajput was real famous, and they set him up with black magic, gang stalking, harassment, and they killed him. But then they set him up to look like a suicide. So I told her, do you know they put spells on Sushant Singh Rajput? And then I told her, I have a long story, but I have been psychic since birth. So when I said about what if your ex is the one doing spells even though you broke up a long time ago, she said, I believe it. He hates me. And then I said, you have to pray over this. And she said, tell me more. What else do you see? And I said, damn, it can't be this many people having issues with you. You might be a divine feminine. Because I'm divine feminine. People always come after me, right? So I told her, you might be a divine feminine. And she said, so many people have issues with me. I don't know why. I've lost so many friends over nothing. So I channeled some more. Now you know why. It's because your energy is light. These demonic entities get attracted to light. Not every Desi is good. Desi is like Indians, Pakistani people, right? Not every Desi is good. I already told you lots of things is for show. There's something with your mom's past with her sisters. She has a complex personality. Also, I see a lot of paperwork at your job. And then I said, you should hold on to your boyfriend, though. He's good. And then I said, you have iron deficiency too. That's random, but I heard that. And she said, close. And then she said, thanks for the reading. And then I said, ask anytime if you need to. So that ended at 9:53. I started it at let's go back up. I started it at 7:26, right? All that channeling. Let's go back down because I still said more to her. Let's see. Thanks for the reading, right? Ask anytime if you need to. Okay. After that, she asked me, Can you tell me why I don't have friends? And then I said, do you get too busy in your own life? She said, no, I have nothing but time. People stop being friends with me for no reason. And then I say, do you go out of your way to say hi to people first? And then she says, yes, I always used to reach out to people first. And then I realized that I was the only one doing it, so I stopped. And then I said, I believe you because in my mind I saw the star card, which is Aquarius, and Four of Cups card. Four of Cups is like when you're disinterested and not interested. That's what I saw. So I saw her zodiac, which is Aquarius, and then I saw like disinterest. And then I said, I sensed this because I saw some girls gossiping in high school. Did someone make a rumor on you in high school? And she said, maybe. And I said, I see one girl in high school gossiping in another girl ear. They're Indian girls, and maybe you were 16, 17 at the time. Were there more Indians in your high school? And she said, not really, but this could be from church. And I said, your church had Indian girls when you were in high school? She said, yes. And then I said, oh, I got it now. This energy has been chasing you since, because this lady said she's 40, right? So since high school, can you imagine? They were also talking about your dressing too. That's what I saw in my mind, right? You have a lot of evil eye over your life. They were talking about